We back. Should be all good right now. Let's go. Pardon me. Alright, hopefully everything's good. Let's just test the audio real quick, see what the audio is saying. It's all good. Didn't want to load into here because I think this is currently bugged. That's good enough for me. Right. Train appears to be off path. This is a complete write-off, if we're being honest. Back to the main menu. And we move again. Hopefully don't encounter the same issue. Should be a fairly easy task, to be fair. However, it's not usually like that. Cool, let's go. Let's put this down first of all. Get that ready. Get this ready. I think I'm going to be using both. Or not. Matter of fact, I know exactly what to do here. Okay. Send the master key on. Another freight service. Get the changeover. PZB is behind this. Don't know when I became brave enough to use PZB, but it's become pretty much the norm now, which I'm proud of. These are all good, I believe. Should be nice to turn those on. I'm not sure what stem lights are. I'll keep them on anyway. Keep the front headlights all on. Or leave the center one. I feel like that's more of a night drive sort of thing, if that makes any sense. So, and also let's change this to shunting, because that's what we're going to be doing. And I think we should be good to go. Let's make sure this is all set correctly. Voila. Let's set the brakes to release. Let's set this to driving. And let's get a move on. You may sometimes need to wait for passing mainline traffic before you can cross the mainline. I didn't even get to finish that. Nonetheless, we'll work it out. I hope. Hey Victoria, sorry about that. Turns out that it was actually quite a simple fix. Oh, okay. What have you changed? Have you changed where you're going, where you're where you're departing from? Have you changed the plane? This train is a whole different kettle of fish to what I'm used to. So, forgive me if I'm slow to respond, or if I'm slow to see your message. It'll just be because I'm very focused. Alright, I think that should be right. Let's release the brakes. This is the more old style locomotive, so it's a lot more complicated than all the new stuff. Whole lot more complicated, but it does feel very satisfying to kind of grasp it. Oh, nice. I feel like that one's going to be a lot shorter than the Dubai one, Dublin to Dubai. A great number of tasks to get done. Hopefully I don't encounter the bug I encountered earlier trying to do this one. If I do, then I may just skip a scenario instead of skipping the whole chapter. Oh, is that all? Only 30 minutes? Fair enough. So how long should it take then in total? Four hours? No, it's going to be longer than that, isn't it? If it's only, because I'm thinking Dublin to Dubai times. Because I'm not too sure how far Singapore and Seoul are from each other on the map. 6.5. I thought it'd be more. Yeah, I thought it'd be more. I thought it'd be maybe like Dublin to Germany, probably. That would probably be 4 hours. Almost perfect. There we go. Right, where to now? That's... Okay, that's to there. This is what I should have been looking at. That to there. And everything else looks good. I think the rest is automatic. So we'll get a move on. Apply a bit more power. This uses a very interesting throttle model. Throttle mechanic, I guess. in that you push it to sort of find the setting and then you release it and it will hold that setting into place, similar to lapped brakes. When you put a lapped brake system into service, it will just keep applying more and more brake pressure, and then when you put it back into lap, it will hold that particular brake pressure that you've left it on. I think it's definitely more of an older style system. I think like usually with these trains, I kind of have a basic understanding of the way it works through the tutorials or through anything online, and then the rest I sort of just pick up as I go along. I find that this one is a little bit different in that some behaviors I'm not too familiar with. For example, when I was trying this earlier, for whatever reason the locomotive would just slow down and stop. I haven't worked out exactly why. I'm not sure if there's a manual for this route. That's not really DTG style, so I'll be surprised. But I know there is a guide that someone on the forums has put the time to making, and hopefully that has some info on this that will be of benefit. I have an engineer with me, stood there for fun, because they're completely useless. I do wonder if there's any passenger services local. I don't think there would be. I think it's just strictly yard work. Going to come to a stop very, very soon, and then we should be dropping off our wagons and then heading all the way straight on to our reversal point. Really wanted to avoid wheel slip, but it's alright. I could sense, but there's not really a need to. So we'll uncouple these from the front, release the brakes, and head over to the reversing point. I guess the random break-ins I was experiencing could have been from having the gear selector and shunting, but it doesn't really make too much sense that would do that. That would be more of a speed limiter, if anything. And really I'm assuming all it does is really just change the torque a little. Like there, I'm not too sure why. What happened? And I don't think there's anything to do with PZB. Although I guess ultimately I could just try and take off and see if it works. We'll keep it low, we'll keep it low. I'm thinking it could be due to the gear selector. Then I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I'll change it anyway, just in case. I don't think I can now while we're on the move. Nice, Victoria. How was it? How was takeoff? Almost at the reversing point. Nice, nice. I mean, surely you're a pro by now, right? You've been doing this for long enough. Right, gonna go back into idle. Apply the brakes ever so slightly. Bit more. There we go. And now back into forwards. Let's release the brakes. Just get moving. And let us just ensure. Yep, this is all automatic, so we should be alright up until. That's perfect. That's also perfect. Lovely. Cool. 900 hours. Damn. Damn, that's a lot. I think the most I have, or the most recorded I have, is somewhere between 700 and 800. And that's from Grand Theft Auto and Euro Truck, which combined is a whole lot of hours. But with Euro Truck, I think I only bought it on Steam in 2014. So I was playing it from 2012, so I was playing it for maybe, I'd say maybe 100 hours or so, or 200, for a couple of years. So that's on top of the 800 already. But 900, I haven't touched 900 hours on any game yet. So yeah, you've had plenty of experience. Let's pick up the pace here a little. If we can do so that the brakes cutting out on us. PZB's all good. We're gonna stay below 45 kilometers an hour for now, which I believe is 25 miles an hour. This is 2014. It makes sense. It makes sense, but I think that's still a lot of hours, even for like 7 years. Shows that you enjoy it, though. Shows that you got a passion for it. I like that. It's genuine. So you basically know all the ins and outs. All the ins and outs. I really need to find out why the brakes just poof on me. Would be nice. It would be nice to have something like that in the tutorial as well. So then it's not when I get here and I just sit here in confusion and not knowing exactly what's going on. It would be nice if the tutorial could cover that. To be honest, Victoria, I wonder how many hours I spent on certain games on stuff like the PlayStation, like when I had my PlayStation 2. I know for a fact something like Grand Theft Auto on that game. Like, I'm certain I put over 600-700 hours on that game. I'm certain. Because then I also played it a ridiculous amount on PC as well. So I was playing that for like maybe 10 years plus. Oh, interesting. What's the capacity like on the A380-800 compared to the 787? Is it as big? I know you told me last time it was as big, but I don't know if if you're talking about the Dash 800 as well specifically. Definitely a change of pace today compared to the usual passenger services. Lovely. Back into reverse, release the brakes, make sure the points are set. And we should be good to go once again. It's going to be a whole lot of back and forth, which is basically what yard work is. I just hope I'm not constantly hit with that braking. Which I'm very tempted to do some research on now. If I had a second monitor, I probably would. Because it's one of those things that's going to bother me, just for the simple fact that I don't understand it. Decreasing throttle can be quite finicky as well. That's the I'm getting used to. So on a brief 12 miles an hour speed limit restriction. We currently have at the moment. Oh damn! So the A380 is way bigger in capacity then. I thought they would be a lot more close matched. Alright, we can push the leg of this a little further. Fine control valve. I wonder what that. See, the story didn't cover this. Thing is, with these classic locals, you have about 1,000,000 times more buttons than you do in a more modern unit. So that's 1,000,000 times more learning. See, I don't know why we stopped. Why we stopped. I have no idea why we stopped. I'm having to clear the brake cylinder completely. And then try and get moving again. Everything here looks fine. Apart from this, I have no idea what this is. No idea what that does. The brake pressure sounds like it's going crazy. and I feel like it's trying to move with the brakes on. The brakes that I have set. And I wish I knew why. Went over a magnet there, just to be on the safe side. Maybe you just have to really take your time with a local like this. Just really take your time. That's what I found when I was doing the North Transpennine routes with the Class 47. It's a matter of patience. You know, with more modern trains, you can just full throttle, and it just goes. Even with the M3 from Long Island Railroads, you can just set the throttle to max. I mean, within a second of, you know, you put it on to first setting, and then as soon as you gather some speed, you just put it all the way to max, and it will just do it. And that's a train from the 1980s. So, you know, you can go even as far back as those days, and trains are becoming more user-friendly. Whereas something like this, I mean, I can't tell you what year this came out, but, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if it's more 1960s-esque, especially because it's a proper locomotive. Not a steam engine by any means, but not too far off either, I don't think. I think we'll cut off the throttle here and coast towards the start. Actually, we can apply some brake now, some brake pressure. Maybe a little bit more. Or a bit more. And now we've got wheel spin. That was pretty cool. And other than the red signal, we should be okay to move. So back to forward. Actually, I'm gonna leave it in neutral for now. Try and change this to long distance just to see if that has any effects, because I feel like it may. During the tutorial, I was using it in long distance mode. 6 hours, that's nice. So what are you going to do then while you're flying? Because I know it comes to a point, right, where you put the plane in autopilot and then you just kick back. Okay, 5 hours. It's still a while. Alright, finally started moving. Got that signaler. You got the proceeds. Got the go ahead. So yes, what do you do, Victoria, while you're flying? Now we wait and see if the train's going to cut out again, and then I'll know if it's from the gear selector or not. And then from there we may even try and work it out by a process of elimination. But for now everything seems to be okay. Seems to be moving with decent speed. It's looking promising. I think we'll pull it back as we get closer to 20 miles per hour. Just for the sake of BZB, I know we're restricted to 25, and it's etiquette in real life, as far as I know from what I've learned, for train operators in Germany to remain 5 kilometers below the limit. And then 5 k's isn't 5 miles. but I don't think it's too much of a difference. It's more when you go to the bigger numbers, the higher you go, the more the numbers seem to differentiate from each other. Yeah, but for now we're moving. Doesn't seem like the train's I guess shunting modes is for like really slow speeds, i.e. like below 15 maybe. And we are coming with some speeds. We should be good to slow down just in time. Now we're slowing down a little too quickly. Way too much. Ooh. What's your research paper going to be on? If I may ask, I know I'm being nosy. Throttle is so finicky, oh my god. This is where road driver will really come in handy. Having to hold it as I'm decreasing is so difficult. Oh, Jesus Christ. Luckily nothing too tough happened, no derailment. We thank God. Oh, this is so finicky. Now we need to get moving just enough to line up. Bit more power. Bit more power. There we go. And we'll ease her in ever so slowly. There we go. Oh, a little bit more. There we go. Brakes on. Ooh. You have a Hagen service. Right, let us hop out of the cab. Head towards the wagons. Might get run over hopefully. One thing I have noticed, being very new to the route, is that there's actually a decent amount of traffic. There we go. Right, we're all coupled. Everything's connected. It's going to be a whole lot harder to move this now. Oh, luckily we're not. We're going to uncouple here and route around, hopefully, to uncoupled. Lovely stuff. Yeah, I think this is a nice change of pace, doing some yard work. Los Angeles to Chicago non-stop? I don't believe so. There is a San Francisco to... Is it San Jose? San Francisco to San Jose. There is, for American routes, there is the Long Island Railroad, which is from New York Penn to Hempstead, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I could be really wrong, but that's what I've been doing lately. But no, there's yet to be a LA, any LA routes, unfortunately. I think it would be a lot more likely if there was an editor, a public one that anyone can use to then create a route and create any sort of route. Train Simulator had it, which is the game that came out before this one, should I say. And that had an editor, so there was like a million different routes. So there probably was a Chicago, LA to Chicago route in Train Simulator. I'm not too sure. I do have Train Simulator anyway, but I don't know how popular that would be for streaming. And also, I don't enjoy it as much as I enjoy this. Right at this point, I believe there should be another train pulling up very, very soon. Let's hope the signal lets us through. Nope. Train in the section ahead, apparently. Sanford to Orlando. Nope. Orlando. Sanford to Orlando. Nope. Sorry, forgive the accent. I don't know what I was doing. No, there's literally San Fran, which has the cow train. Then you have Long Island Railroad, and then you have Boston Sprinter, which is from Boston to... I haven't actually played that route, so I can't tell you, but it's, yeah. That has an Amtrak, that uses an Amtrak service. But those are the 3 passenger American routes. Then you have the freight ones. You have Clinchfield. You have Sandpatch. You have Cane Creek. So yeah. It is a limited sim. It's not like Flight Sim where you have the world to explore and you can literally fly from anywhere in the world to anywhere in the world. Because this is uses a completely different engine. The routes can realistically only be so long, especially because the team behind the game aren't the biggest. Their tools are very limited, so it would be very difficult to release like an extra long route, number one, and also release routes on a regular basis. So as long as no public editor, it's going to be this way for a while. But I do know Train Simulator, because this is Train Sim World, but Train Simulator does have a wider variety of American passenger routes. This only has 2. Three, sorry, it has 3. And to be honest, personally, I would be a lot more open to more American routes. It's never been like a particular specific, or should I say, a specific interest of mine necessarily, but I think now I'm a lot more open. I don't imagine myself spending any amount of time playing German content, whether that be using the routes or the trains themselves. Here's our train that we've been waiting for. So yeah, now I'm just a lot more open. So that train in front of me has dropped off this set of wagons, which is what we're going to collect, and this is where I got stuck earlier. I went there fine where he's going now, and instead of it bringing me towards the wagons, so this track here, it brought me back here, and then it wouldn't let me go back. So hopefully we're all good now, because it'd be a shame to have spent all this time and then, you know, nothing. But yeah, anyway, I was saying I really do hope to see more American content. I think you guys have so much variety over there. It's something that I didn't know myself until somebody made a comment about it on the forums, and you know, briefly spoke about how much variety there is. And I didn't know. I thought American trains were just mainly freight, just freight trains. So that was interesting. That was really interesting. Right, we should have clearance very soon. Let's talk to the dispatcher. Signaler. Denied. So if they're going to go all the way back there, and we should be moving very, very, very shortly, I'm going to even release the brakes in preparation. So it seems like, I don't think I've given it too much time, so I may be calling it early, but it seems like putting the gear selector into long distance instead of shunting has fixed our little braking issue. Which I guess makes sense, because to put it into shunting mode would of course mess with the gears, the torque, which would have an effect on speeds, top speeds. So I guess that makes sense, but we'll still see. There's a huge route coming, UK-based route, getting released next Thursday. This coming Thursday, should I say? I've completely lost my days. Yeah, unarguably the most anticipated route to date, and it's looking very, very good. So, boy, am I going to stream the hell out of that one when that drops. Make the most of it. A route that I've been on myself a couple times, so yeah, it will be an experience for sure. So what should happen is that track changes and leads me towards the wagons, but we shall see. We shall see. Bring it to a stop. I'm sure, actually, I was gonna say, I'm sure this chair spins in the real thing, but I don't think it does. It looks pretty rigid. So it'd be a pain in the backside just continuing to crane your neck every time you want to go in reverse. Right, now hopefully the track has settled itself, and hopefully it leads me down here and not down here. Let's see. Let's put her into forwards. Put some power down. Put that signaler very quickly before we get to there, just in time. Just in time. Otherwise that would have been the whole scenario failed and I haven't even saved. Right. So hopefully. Okay, this is looking promising, I believe. Is it? Yes. Alright. We should be good. We should be good. It's looking promising. It would be very weird if now I get put onto the wrong track. We should continue straight towards the wagons. I wonder why it didn't happen. I wonder what happened last time. There we go. Lovely. I really don't do wonder. Usually stuff like that tends to happen when you save the game. There's a continuous bug going on with game saves where everything gets messed up when you save a game and then you load back into it. But I hadn't done that. However, I had the game paused for a while, but I don't think the game being paused would have that sort of effect. Anywho, I'm just glad that it's over. But we are coming way too hot. Jesus Christ, I should have derailed there. We got very lucky. Let's go. You know what, I'm going to save the game just in case because I'm taking too many risks. Way too many risks. I came in way too hot. So we should take... Alright, I thought we would take everything that's not... I thought we would take everything that's wood, should I say, all the logs. But it looks like we're going to leave about 4 or 5 wagons of logs. So I'm assuming we're going to take these back to where we begun. I may be wrong. I have no idea what happens beyond this point. Right. Back into reverse. We already have the go-aheads. Let's go straight into 6th. And hopefully release the brakes a little bit more. Which isn't happening. Or, there we go. Just need to put a bit more power down. A passenger service to our left. Oh no, it's another freight service to our left. We are still not moving. Brake cylinders still charged. All our course on release. Now we're moving. I guess in this situation, maybe shunt, having the gear selector in shunt would have helped. Possibly providing more torque. But we're alright. Everything should be set for us beautifully. So I think now that's 2 freight services we've seen. 3 including the one that's given us what we're pulling now. And 2 passenger ones if I'm not mistaken. Should be 2. I know I've seen 1. Uncertain if I've seen the first one. Twice in my head, if that makes any sense. Anyway. Way beyond the stop point, but that's alright. Might be for the better actually. Guess we'll go straight into 7th this time. We have the go-aheads. That's all automatic. Usually until this point. We have a single loco. Yep, he's staying away from us, which is good. Brilliant, brilliant. Perfect. So let's go. So really, we don't get moving until we're in about 0.75. 0.75 throttle. That looks like a locomotive. On my path. Hopefully I'm mistaken. No, I am good. That was one I saw not too long ago. Although it really does look like he's actually there. It's making me somewhat nervous. And we're overspeeding, but that's alright. Slow it down. Start slowing down from now. We'll release the brakes. Add the throttle a bit more. Luckily didn't slow down too much. Just right out there. Still got a good 600 yards to go, but we'll be alright. A 185 there. I wonder if that's the 185.5. Stay 185. I'm actually looking forward to doing full length journeys. It's a very long route, a very long route. Looking forward to doing it properly. Right, so we're going to couple these up, uncouple, and then head all the way back to the reverse point. Start bringing it down. And emergency because I messed up. You should make it, it'll be alright. That's perfect actually. I planned it. I planned it all. Look at that. Now that the wagons have been collected and put together, your next task involves breaking up another train and taking the loaded. Thanks. Alright, let's put the brakes all the way down. I think we should be alright. Alright. The good thing is with these old locos, I don't think it's as complicated a process to recover from an emergency brake. So back we go, let's make sure the route's all set. I don't expect these to change, but it's always good to just be on the safe side. And of course, do the all automatic. Right, let's go. Put it in reverse. Release the brake, which has already been done. And I've applied the handbrake, which I didn't want to do. And I've turned the engine off. No, engine still off. Let's go. I've tasked myself with this. So, engine start process. There's some PZB off as well. This is a pickle. I'm going to work it out. What am I missing? Why does this do both functions? Master key's on. That's on. This is on handle off. This is on hold. Should I be on hold? Should this be an emergency? Right, I'm going to need some assistance because this is not working, is it? Right. So this is the train swimming version. Nothing about starting it. Why is the PZB light still flashing up here? I've turned the breaker off. Power's on, fuel pump is on. Often the fuel pump off. What are these brakes on? Excuse me, man. That's on hold. That's on handle off. That's on hold. That's not. Oh. Handle off. Try applying the handbrake. I may just have to read you the tutorial. Gonna take a huge risk here and save. Right, everything is off. Also, it should be. And yet the PZB light is still going. Tutorial it is. All from a simple misclick.
Welcome to driver training here at Hagen Yard. Today you will be learning to drive this BR363 diesel locomotive in DB Railion livery. This brief introduction will cover train preparation, critical driving controls and freight operations. Climb aboard to get started.
So I already have that loaded.
Take a seat in the driver's position. This is where you'll be spending most of your time. To activate the control
So this one
desk,
holds.
set the master key.
That's on handle off, which is what I have. Master keys on.
To
The
allow
fuel pump gets
to
turned
flow to
on.
the engine. To start the engine,
That's literally it.
set the engine starts.
And it starts up instantly.
To engage the hydraulic drive, the power switch must be activated.
It starts up instantly. And power doesn't get turned on until afterwards. So everything's off apart from
Press
the
the
fuel pump.
changeover button to set this as the active throttle
So that
control.
remains on the handle off and holds. Handle off, holds, fuel pump, master key. That's it. And all these numbers here, oh, everything here is on 00000, except for the main reservoir. So, back to main menu. Handle off and hold everything, all the brake pressures off other than the main reservoir. Power can stay off, only the fuel pump needs to be on, and of course the master key. So can I not release anything until... So the brake cylinder's empty, or so it should be. I can't release this anymore unless... Okay, there we go. So make sure the brake pressure goes to 0. Lovely stuff. Alright, you know what? But this was on handle off anyway. That was on holds. I knew this guy was useless. It was a she before, now it's a he. So all we need is the fuel pump to be on. Power can be off. Let's send power off. Fuel pump on. Master key's on. Master key on. Where's the fuel pump? On. And then it was just simple. Finally. So it was the brakes. Alright, well, we're back. We're back. We're back. There we go. Changeover on. Put it into reverse. Set the lights back on. We're back in business, baby. Let's go. Set that we can leave for now. Cab light we can leave for now. What's the instrument lights? You can go on. Let's go. Something's still not letting us move this. I hope it was just this. No, something's still holding the brakes. Where's the power? Get in there. Get in there. The whole thing I was saying about working it out as I go along. Right, now, however, that I've saved the game, I'm slightly worried. How many tasks do we have left? So we're gonna go to first point, which is what we're doing now. Maybe couple. And then uncouple instantly. And then we go elsewhere. Oh, we still got a little bit. Still got a fair bit. Let's turn back on, sorry, the PZB. It's a shame there's no I mean, it should be here, right? CFAR. It's probably hidden away somewhere. Okay, back in business. Back in business. Let's pick up a little bit of speed. The manual I found was absolutely useless, by the way. Completely useless. I think we should be all green for signals as well. Should be good in that department. I am not a fan of the throttle. Not a fan. Definitely old school, that's for sure. I was just straight refusing to accelerate, even though he was doing completely fine previously. You have the go ahead here as well at this signal. And we do have a red right here, but for whatever reason it wasn't being read as an READ read by it wasn't being read. So if I had gone past that, what predicament would I have been in? Whoa, what predicament would I have been in just then? That was awkward. That was super awkward. Yikes. I don't even know why I did that. There was actually no need. You have a dive over here. I wonder what that's for. Ruhr, Sieg, Nord. I wonder how badly I'm slewing the name of this route. Right, let's take it easy this time. I think I got really lucky before when we practically just smashed into these wagons. This is cool, man. How about that? How about that? I didn't see the wall slip coming, but I mean, what magnet is this? Are these not? No, it is labeled. It's just 500 hertz. 500 hertz magnets are usually found a lot closer to signals than that. Well, I guess it's not too far. Like, actually, that's about right. I think. Let's uncouple these. I knew we'd come back for this set soon. But I guess they weren't all going to fit. They weren't all going to fit in that side then. We dropped off the others. So I'm assuming we're literally going to do the same thing but to a different side then. Same thing to what we done with the previous load. All good over here. So far so good. The saving hasn't actually messed me up the way I was worried, but however it's a little bit too early. A little bit too early to call it. It's a very bumpy little logo. Another passenger service coming towards us. Now we wait. I've just been thrown into a completely new logo. Alright, well, fortunately, I'm not on a timer. I love that. Well, this is unexpected. Alright, let's see. That's not where I want to go, though.